Southern Alps. We have some new video of families arriving in Barcelona. Very hard to see this. Obviously, these families are very distraught, worried about their loved ones, gathering at the air. That we keep in our hearts as we watch all of this, and we bring in Dr. Alan. 1,000 feet per minute, which they say is standard.
A little more rapid than you'd expect, and of course they were nowhere near an airport as far as we know. This was sort of a, use the word twice, right? The last words they transmitted were, so obviously this was some kind of problem, and I heard what Leah said. I'm a naval aviator. I have an airline pilot's license, but that's certainly a controlled descent to me.
What are you doing?
And it sounds like it's real being a mile Air Force crashes where they get them out and then literally go.
Who's Mama got on my shoulder? Are you jealous?
They're all very rare, so the criminal acts. More likely, this is some kind of mechanical, perhaps.
What?
Even an engine loss.
Hey, little girl. Good girl.
Either a depressurization. Airbus 320 has 7 main.
And it does, the shorter joints is Johnson.
But loss of that, because it has 24,000 hours.
You talk about the 7 computers that run this aircraft. If one of them malfunctions, I would assume then the pilot takes over, and we're told that these pilots are very experienced.
Well, actually, there are redundant computers, and they have various names like, they start losing a computer, or the sensors feeding that computer are feeding bad information. The other person troubleshoots and handles the radios. So the simple loss of a single computer normally wouldn't cause a problem.
Gives the pilot a little bit less discretion in flight in terms of what happens.
Have hit a mountain in that debris field and scattered for well over a mile, which appears to happen.
They heard the plane flying and then heard it crash and sounded like that plane, when it hit the ground, sort of exploded across the area, not in a fire, but upon impact. It's not as if at the time there was snow, it was only light, the ceiling was very high in there, so they're working to try to make that transit in the last few minutes. We confirmed to you our deepest regret that German darkened it to be in,
Come on,
in just
up,
gray
up.
and black. And again, word of deteriorating conditions on scene, Bill, which will complicate an already difficult situation.
And Dr. Deal's one of the few who has mentioned it already.
Yeah. Are you a good girl? Yeah, she's a good girl. She's so pretty, too. Yeah, you pretty girl? No? Are you a pretty girl? No? No?
We reached out to him to climb that, so right now it is truly a wait-and-see story when it comes to the possibility of sabotage here.
It certainly is, but one thing that we found...
For 13 years, we've thought Gizmo was a girl. Well, actually, for about 10 years. And then we had her DNA done. We sent a feather off to the lab, and they tested it, and she is a he. But seeing she knows how to say good girl and all that, she'll always be a girl to me. Huh. Yeah.
And with all of the publicity, he decided to call himself a transgender.
Oh, jeez. Let's not go there.
To compensate those affected, asbestos trusts have been established with $30 billion in initial funding.
Gizmo, come here. You want some coffee?